Word. And then Buck, you do the same. Bitch ass snaps.
My bad. I was kind of away from the.
This is when we discover that Matt doesn't know how to snap his fingers. We're like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
He's like trying to replicate snap sounds like on his golf.
He's like, bap, bap, bap.
Yeah. I swear I'm snapping, guys.
Those weren't snaps; they were faps.
Yeah. 3 faps for you, daddy.
All right, here we go. You ready?
All right, let's get it rolling.
That's 4 snaps for you, baby.
Oh shit, it's Sunday again.
Oh, yeah.
It's Sunday, bitch. Yeah.
Getting that cream.
I want the cream. Give daddy that cream.
Getting that cream. Getting that cream.
Brace yourself for the cream.
Hey friends, welcome to yet another very special episode of CPS. I'm Josh, and with me as always is my cute little strawberry sundae, Ricky. But this week is a little different. Joining Rick and I for a special edition of CPS is a young man, an artist dropping his brand new EP from Las Vegas. We've known him forever. And if you don't already, then you'll know him soon. I introduce you, Creamer Nation, a man that needs no introduction, but I'm giving him one anyways, Novo Heights. Novo Heights, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew
What's
Buck.
up, Papa? What's up? How you guys doing?
I hope you like that intro.
That intro had such a big buildup and then it just dropped. So much hype.
I know. I wanted it to be epic, but then I felt like I was going on way too long, so.
I needed like some sound effects in the back, like some horns, like some.
We can do that.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
It all comes in post.
Yeah, we'll do that in post. Yeah. And if you say any racial slurs at all, don't worry about it. I can always bleep those out, so.
Oh, okay. That's all I do. So.
Yeah, so we really sling them around here. So yeah, you're safe, buddy.
You're in a safe place, a safe space.
Awesome.
Yeah, let them fly. So, dude, let's just talk about. Let's get it out of the way. The project you're working on and everything, and
Yeah.
we listened to it. I listened to it. Eric, did you listen?
Yeah, I listened through it a couple times.
Ooh, a couple times, huh?
A couple times, yeah. It's got a cool vibe to it, dude. Like the it's got like a 90s grunge. I don't know, like that's my whole kind of niche anyways, but it's a lot more like experimental rock kind of vibe to it. And I was playing it and Emily's like, "Is this Matt Buck?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." She's like, "Yeah, I like it." So you got 2 fans coming this way.
Right. Thank you, man. Yeah. It's it definitely gives me that vibe too, like the grunginess, kind of like a lo-fi grunge.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, but yeah, it's definitely like out of my wheelhouse. This is like a first for me, trying to say it like that. But
I like it, man. I think you should keep trying that shit out. I was listening to it in my car, and my lady Lita was like, "This sounds like lo-fi," because it's funny you mentioned that lo-fi thing. So
yeah,
there's one part that cuts out. I forget which song it is, like 2 or 3 or whatever, where it cuts out and it's got like that lo-fi vibe to it. You know?
yeah, it's definitely got like some lo-fi tendencies, I guess. I mean, Justin produced it, and he's heavy into that stuff. So
it's cool. I like.
I mean, I don't know.
lo-fi.
Like, I could take some inspiration from it. I kind of like the texture of it.
I like that you threw a Blink on there for track number 3 because I remember watching that because that was the one take video on YouTube. So anything that has a video, I kind of gravitate towards. But I was listening to it and I didn't know it was on there. And I was like, "Oh shit, I know this song." But it was nice to like. It's funny because you can hear the song and you can like see the visuals in your head without even like closing your eyes. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. I mean, after I finished that song, I went back to the performance video, and I'm like, wow, I definitely think the live performance wasn't as good as the the track.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do that shit all the time. I'll go back and like judge old shit. So
It's funny the way that works, man. You go back and it just turns out way better. And you're like, damn, I don't even know if I can top that. And then like you go back, listen to like the take 1, and it's always dog shit compared to like the final product.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. To most people, it's funny, like from a production point of view, most people don't even notice the difference And but
Right.
the more you do it, you can start to pick that shit out.
Yeah,
sure.
man. It's. I mean, even like, I don't know. There's certain shit us producers will hear in a song that are like the average listener would definitely not hear.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's a big part of like the mixing process too. Like, it's hard to drop music when you could make shit so much more perfect, and go through like 6 or 7 mixes. You know, so that's kind of like why it took so long to drop this too, because it was like I just kept going back and being like, we should fix this. We should fix this.
Yeah.
Now having access to a studio is like shit. I might have to re-record all my vocals on nicer mics and shit too.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Eric, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say it's kind of like I mean, any piece of art is you can compare it to like painting. You know, it's like when do you actually put down the brush and how many times you're gonna paint the dude sitting in the chair. You know, it's,
Yeah.
it's I mean, it's funny because I'm sure you guys go through it. I mean, I do it with video and shit, but when you're naming like an export file or like whatever final, this is it. You know, it was 13. Like you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then you have them all and you go
final
back.
mix 13.
Yeah, and you go back and listen to number 4. It's like, God, this is garbage. Like, I'm glad I kept going through it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you overdo it, and number 4 was better though.
Yes. Yeah, you can overproduce, man, and there's like a point of diminishing returns where it starts to sound fake and phony, and then there's another thing where you've heard it so many times over and over and over, it starts to not even sound like a song anymore, or it starts to not have that same effect that it had on you when you first started it. It's more like, so if you go too far in the production element, it loses all its flavor in a way, and then by the time the song comes out, you don't even care about it anymore. You've heard it so many times, you don't even want to listen to it, and I don't know. There's a whole thing, but you can definitely overproduce shit too. You can go too far in the wrong direction.
For sure.
Yeah, you gotta know when to call it quits, because that good balance of like not stopping too early, but not dragging that shit on forever is ideal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a balance to it.
So what's the deal with the artwork, the matches with the special kind of lighting on it? Where does that come from?
So the album's gonna be called Burnout on Ben Street. It's just so like I don't know if you realize, but like on my last album, I kept saying a lot of things like I think I had some lyrics that said keep the fire lit in Two Devils, and on Clouds I was like the flame never burnt out. So like I just thought like with this album being called Burnout, it just kind of like represents like the match burnt out for a little while. And that's sort of like, I don't know, that's sort of, in the album itself, it deals with topics kind of like that. So
Yeah, because I mean, even just looking at it from like a visual style, I mean, a pile of lit matches, you know, that means somebody sat there for the time, flipped every single one of those matches, threw it down. You know, it's kind of like at least like a visual kind of representation of like time, you know, like.
True. Yeah.
It's not just a single match in a sink, you know, it's a pile of matches. It's all right every single day, you know, it's that kind of deal. But I don't know, that's how I see it kind of. I had a couple of I've been altering my diet tonight. I'm running on pizza and Jägermeister, so I'm feeling some kind of way.
Hell yeah.
That's the fucking diet of champions right there, bro.
Yeah. It's going good so far. I'm going on about an hour, so here we go.
Hell
Fucking
yeah.
pack that Jaeger down your gunt, boy. Keep sucking them down.
Oh shit.
How many slices of pizza did you have tonight, Rick? Be honest.
3.
3? Bullshit.
No, technically it was 2 because the way I cut it, it was only 2 pieces, but I basically had a quarter and then I had.
Did you
an
cut the
eighth,
pizza
so
in
3
half?
eighths.
Cut the pizza in half?
No, I cut it in quarters,
Oh, okay.
and then I cut half of it down to eighths.
Gotcha. I'm just being a dick.
I'm not even gonna get into the cheesy bread, dude.
You think you could eat a whole pizza in one night?
Oh, without a doubt, I would bet my life on that.
Yeah.
I could eat a pizza.
I mean,
no doubt.
I was gonna say I could at least fuck up half right now. You know what I mean?
Half a pie. Well, how big is the pie though? Are we talking like a 12-incher? Are we talking 16? Like, how big is the pizza?
Just like the average size, you know. I don't
Are
know.
we talking like medium from Domino's?
Oh, I could eat 2 of those.
Let's just say a large pie.
Large
I could
pie.
definitely eat half within probably like a 4-hour span.
4 hours. Oh yeah, I could eat a whole in
Easy.
like 1, probably.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm sure Rick
That
could
piece
too.
of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a pizza challenge back in the day with Jimbo, and it was 45 minutes, and within the first 9 minutes, we ate 3/4 of the pizza completely. And then for the next half hour, we just like choked down water, and we couldn't finish the pizza, and we looked like total bitches. But yeah, it's quite an adventure to guzzle down that much meat and cheese.
Man.
Especially meat.
Mhm, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You can fuck up a large cheese pie, no problem. You could eat a whole cheese pie like nothing, but a meat lovers, that's a different story.
How you guys feel about calzones? Calzones versus pizza.
Ugh.
What you think?
Don't even get me started.
I fuck with calzones, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as
you sound
as long as it's
triggered.
not just like a pizza folded over, like I feel like that's cheating. If it's like an actual calzone, like yeah, I'm game for it.
Nah, dude, that's some gypsy shit. I don't fuck with calzones. Yeah. That's a pizza that wants to be a burrito. No,
It's a
calzones
Mexican
could be good.
pizza, bro.
That's a Mexican pizza, yeah. Make up your mind, motherfucker. What are you?
Sure.
Yo, you know what I realized the other day? Emily was making a pancake bake in the oven, and I realized a pancake is a cake. So imagine you had a stack of pancakes to make a cake, and you frosted it like a cake, and you cut into it and eat it. Would it taste like a pancake, or would it taste like a cake?
How fucking stoned are you, bro?
You lost me there, Papa.
I think it made sense. You might have to go back and watch the tape again.
No, it is funny because like you think about if you wake up in the morning and you eat cake for breakfast, you're like a bum, right? But then
Right.
if the cake is flat and in a pan and you call it a pancake and put syrup all over it, it's normal. It's the same
Okay,
thing. though.
so is chocolate chip pancakes, is that technically cake? Because like a chocolate cake?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the word
Ooh.
cake is in the word pancake too, right?
Yeah.
It's not even hiding. It's like right out there in plain sight. But pancakes are acceptable for breakfast.
And are crepes just like a cupcake?
That's a French ass pancake. Did I say pancake? I meant pancake. Yeah. Those are little pancakes that the French make, and they put like berries and stuff in them, aren't they? Like a
Yeah, I
crepe.
know. I'm just saying like a small cake is a cupcake, so a small pancake would be
Oh,
a crepe.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it now.
I don't know, man.
What am I, a scientist? Jeez.
I mean, I'm also
Dude.
the kid that I remember in middle school, I got up in the front of the class to give a presentation about the Grand Canyon. And I got up there and I was like, yeah, so Grand Canyon's in Canada. And then my friend Tom started laughing. He's like, it's in Colorado, dumbass. I was like, oh, okay. Like 5th grade, no idea.
The Grand Canyon's in Canada.
Never seen a map before.
That's funny. How's Vegas treating you over there?
It's cool, man. I don't know. It's kind of like a trashy California.
Mm.
I mean, it's cool for the time being.
California's pretty trashy already, too.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like it's way hotter than California weather-wise, but like it's like the same amount of ghetto, but in a trailer park trashy way.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there like, do you get like a lot of homeless people out there too in Vegas?
Oh yeah. There's a dude fucking breaking in my neighbor's house like every other week.
Really? Shit.
Yeah. He came back last week and he was like, I'm the new landlord.
Oh, is that what he said?
You gotta pay me rent. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Did
And
they
then-
pay him the rent?
Yeah. No, they kicked him out again and they're like, we're gonna call cops. He walked over to Albertsons and luckily I was over there fucking getting some groceries and I caught him fucking just telling the whole neighborhood about it.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
He's like, these guys don't know who they're fucking with, you know, telling everybody.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
crazy. You got a cat buddy you're always posting. Who's this cat?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's the neighbor's cat or I don't know. Could be a stray. Just
Yeah.
I'll be out there fucking ripping a bolski and fucking cat will come by. I bought some treats, so now every time he comes by, I give him a treat.
Oh, nice.
That's probably why it comes back.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
For sure.
That's how it starts, man.
Yeah. Next thing you know, though.
First it's treats, then it's blow.
Yeah. Surprised that homeless guy's not jumping on your balcony asking for treats. I'm the new landlord. You gotta pay me rent. You'd be like, yeah, man, actually, you're the new landlord. I got some problems with my pipes. You want to come take a look? if you know what I mean by pipes. Just a gay porn. That's crazy.
Hell of a segue.
Hell of a segue.
So is it still like hot out there, or is it like cool? Is there a winter
No,
in
it's-
Las Vegas or no?
Yeah, it's like 30 in the mornings and at night right now. And
Oh
like
shit.
50 during the day.
That's kind of like here
So-
in North Carolina. Same thing.
Yeah, man, it's like I guess it's got seasons. I mean, it snowed actually pretty recently here.
In Vegas? No way.
Yeah. I
Wow.
mean, I guess it's pretty rare, but I don't know, man. I haven't enjoyed the weather here at all.
Yeah. At least Cali, you got the beaches and stuff. And if you live in SoCal, it's like you get that ocean breeze, so it doesn't get too crazy hot, you know?
California's
And,
like perfect, bro. It's like
Yeah.
it doesn't get too hot and it doesn't get too cold.
I like
But
the
like
winter nights in California, it's like 50 degrees and you put a sweatshirt on and you're good in like February.
yeah, it's perfect weather, bro. It's like
It's literally perfect.
if I could live somewhere where it's 60 degrees all the time,
Yeah.
that's California, really.
Literally. It's 60
In some
most days.
places.
And then the hottest days are like what, 80, 90 at the very hottest. But
Yeah.
it's like dry heat. So there's not humid.
Unless-
you barely sweat.
Right, unless you live out in like fucking Palm Springs or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, California's a big ass state. It's got like 4 climates. But like
yeah.
where we lived, like in Long Beach, it's just primo, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weather tax, man. People move there for the weather for sure.
You
But-
heard about the Mount Washington being the coldest place recorded ever on Earth recently?
Yeah. Eric was telling me about that a couple weeks ago on the podcast, actually.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it was like I think negative 107. But I mean that's like with the wind chill and all that other shit, and it gets windy as balls up there too. So, but I
Yeah.
mean negative 100. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what was it like? You're in Vermont right now, right? Or are you over like on the edge of New Hampshire?
Yeah, well, I live on the border of Vermont, but yeah, I live in New Hampshire, basically like 15 miles
okay.
from Keene.
I got you. So how cold was it then when it was that cold at Mount Washington?
I think the feel here was like negative 35,
Jesus
and then like the actual temperature was only like negative 10. But yeah, for a couple days it was like pretty fucking miserable. It was pretty bad.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it was awful, dude.
Yeah. That's rough, man.
You guys been seeing all this like fucking like all the toxic waste shit that's been
Don't
going
even
on
get
this
me
week?
started. I am fucking furious about all of this shit, man.
Dude, something's happening. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know if we're under attack. I don't know what the hell's going on. We talked about this last week. It's going to come out tomorrow. We're
Yeah.
actually recording this on a Saturday for everybody that doesn't know. We had to get Matt Buck on the mic, so this is when he's free. But the podcast comes out tomorrow on the 19th. But we were going into this a little bit, and so much shit has happened even in the past week since we recorded. It's like,
Oh wow.
yeah, but they shot down 2 more UFOs after we recorded. And we were talking about, oh, it's crazy. They shot down 2 UFOs and now they shot down 2 more. And then the whole train thing, I mean, that happened earlier, but now like all the information is coming out on it and everything. And it's a disgrace, man. I don't want to get political lack in the podcast or anything or talk about like, but it's fucked up that these people in Ohio aren't getting any help for anything and that they're being told that they can go back to their home and everything's safe. And you find these videos of people throwing like stones into the rivers around where the train fell off, and it looks like oil coming up to the surface, and there's all these dead fish and dead birds, and it's the worst environmental disaster to probably ever happen in the United States. And all these so-called fucking climate activists that are on the left, all these so-called people that are so worried about climate change, global warming, haven't said a goddamn thing about it. There's been like 1 story on CNN total. And
Yeah.
It took fucking Pete Buttigieg, the Secretary of Transportation in the United States, who's fucking terrible at his job. It took him, what, like an entire week to even come out with a statement about it?
That's crazy.
It's fucked up. Dude, in the USSR, the Soviet Union, they had a train crash that was similar that happened when the Soviet Union was still there. They gave everybody a place to stay. They gave them all money. They took care of their people. In the United States, we're supposed to be one of the best countries on earth, if not the best country on earth. We don't even take care of our fucking citizens when a disaster like that happens because of the fucking government. These people have to go back home to their fucking... They're calling it mini Chernobyl. It's like the worst thing to ever happen. It's fucking sad.
Correct.
It's disgusting. I feel so bad for these people, man. Where the fuck's Red Cross? I mean, there's private donors, but anyways, that's my rant about it.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Fucked up.
you just got a hemorrhoid, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Another one.
It's pulsating.
Yeah, I've got a few.
Yeah, that's like I watched something on Netflix. It was about 3 Mile Island, which was the same deal in the United States, like back in the 80s. And basically, like a nuclear reactor shit the bed, and then the whole town evacuated. And well, after they told them it was safe, and then basically everybody got cancer, and yeah, it's still pretty fucked up. But I mean, it's the same situation, dude. Like if they're not going to report it, it's not an issue up until somebody makes a freaking documentary about it in 10 years. You know?
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad and it's scary. And I feel bad for those people. We should do something about it, but we're not gonna. We're just gonna watch them all get cancer.
I mean, the most we could do is probably go give some head, suck their dicks a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It's a fucked up situation. Seems like every other day some shit like that happens in this country. So
Yeah. Well, dude, fucking 4 trains derailed or whatever.
I know it's like
around
it's like the third or fourth thing that happened this week that happened to do with like environmental disasters.
Yeah. I don't know if we're under attack. And then
I don't know.
They tried to say that UFO that got shot down was just like a party balloon or something. They're like, oh, one of the UFOs might have been a $15 party balloon. Like, give me a break, bro. You think the fucking military can't tell the difference between like a UAP and a $15 balloon from fucking iParty or whatever the fuck? And it's like the dumbest name ever. It's like Billy's, what was it? It was something stupid, but... And then, did you hear about that plane that was flying from Hawaii to San Francisco?
No.
Dude, United Airlines flight flying from Hawaii to San Francisco like a month ago. Never got reported that this happened, but just came out in the past week. It nosedived for 45 seconds straight over the Pacific Ocean, and they managed to pull up at the last second with like 700 feet left before they hit the ocean. And a bunch of people on the flight, I guess had like 2 or 3 G's of force, and nobody happened to film because they were in a straight nosedive. And the plane landed in San Francisco. They checked it, saw that it was a pilot error, and then they took off for another flight. But could you imagine being on that fucking flight?
Fuck that.
You'd never shit again, dude. You would never be able to poop.
No.
No way.
Yeah, I wouldn't fly again, ever.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, man.
That's like a coming to God moment, dude. For 45 seconds, you think you're going to die.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So when are we flying to Ohio to suck some dicks?
Where these
I'm already
tankers
there,
at?
bro. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll drive. We'll all take our shirts off, get in the car and drive to Ohio, just playing Crazy Train the whole time. Just ready to fucking going off the rails on a crazy train, baby. Just fucking stretching our jaws, just ready to suck this thing. So,
right,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I got nothing. I want you to go.
I've been going, man, but I've been going on rants over here. I don't want people to think I'm crazy. This is turning into a podcast where we just goof off and I just rant. Yeah, I kind of left all the topics open because it's an unusual episode. So I wanted to talk to Matt, and see how he's doing and stuff.
Talk about whatever.
Let's talk about shitty jobs. I want to hear about your shittiest job because I know you guys have had some and I've had some too.
Ooh, yikes!
Shittiest job.
Yeah.
I mean, dishwasher's up there. That's a pretty shitty job.
I've done that. That's probably my shittiest job too.
Yeah.
No doubt. Kitchen dishwasher is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to make sandwiches at a gas station. That was pretty bad.
Ooh. I worked at Subway for a while.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric?
Definitely probably you work in USPS. I got like the seasonal gig, and then that turned into like a 6-month deal, but that was fucking awful, dude.
Yeah.
That's when I packed on I think like 80 pounds
Oh
in
my
like
God.
6 months, dude. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Man.
I just started working at a warehouse, and it's not bad, but yeah, I've been gaining some weight too. That's weird.
Man. It's that.
It's the environment, man.
What do you guys, maybe you just eat more because you're stressed out or you do a lot of hard labor or I don't know. How's it work?
I don't know.
We're getting into the
I
science
just thought
right
it was
now.
a weird coincidence. I don't know, man. I've worked some shitty jobs, just like those soul sucking jobs, you know,
Yeah.
and dick sucking jobs too.
I think that's the name of this podcast. It's gonna be "Sucking Dick with Novo Heights," and we're just gonna like star out the I in dick so we don't get flagged. Yeah, that's great, dude. I wanted to ask you like about the music industry in general. So you get a lot of like clients you're working with in Vegas and everything. Obviously, like dealing with that studio and stuff, but. Like what the whole evolution of music. I mean, you kind of, not to say that you don't rap anymore, but you kind of like have your own genre that you do, right? Like you worked away from that a little bit.
Yeah.
You're not like a trap rapper. What do you think about like, dude, the Grammys? I didn't even watch the Grammys. I mean, I saw the highlights of Sam Smith sucking the devil's cock or whatever, but like, what is up with the music industry? And when, for rap in general, let's just talk about rap. When did it become like normal and seen as cool for like a rapper to sound mentally retarded? When did that happen?
I don't know. I didn't watch the Grammys either. I know Kendrick won, which was probably the right decision.
Yeah, that's true.
But
His album was
I
good.
don't really know who else was nominated.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know what you mean. Like, I think it started with like mumble rap, obviously.
Mhm.
And maybe, I don't know, some of the trap stuff, but like, I don't know. It's tough to say. Like, I like some of it. Some of it is just like unlistenable.
Mm.
But I don't know. I think it started probably around like 2015 or some shit. Sometime around then.
It's like so bad, man. It's like the rap's at a weird evolution. Like when rap first came out, like the first rappers, right?
Mhm.
It was all the songs were kind of goofy and bouncy.
Yeah.
Like you think back, and they had like those breaks, and they would loop the breaks, and they'd rap over those, you know. And then
Basketball started in the park.
yeah. And it was like, and then it kind of became cooler. It was about bars for a little while.
Yeah, when
But
every
then-
song was about, I get on the mic and do this.
Yeah, every song was about the rapper was rapping about how he was rapping.
Yeah.
It was like there's no story. It's like I spit the mic so hard when I got the fire coming. It was all like that for a while, and then it was like
Yeah.
gangster rap was dope.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gangster rap, and then it was about selling drugs, and then it was about doing drugs, and then it was about
We're
like you
fucked
just
up
sound
'cause
like
we've been on drugs.
yeah. It's just the dumb, but
I know
it's
what you
just
mean.
cool.
There's been a lot of like different genres of rap and different periods where we went through with it. But like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm a believer in that. Like, there's definitely still so much good music out there. It's just harder to find because it's so oversaturated right now.
Mm.
Because I mean, if you want to listen to like some boom bap shit, you got people like Freddie Gibbs and like Madlib and like
Mm.
Pusha T still makes really great music. Obviously, there's like way more that I'm missing, but like if you want to listen to like R&B, there's still like Daniel Caesar, and there's still I don't know, they're just more niche in their categories. Like they're not. I find that like people aren't as famous anymore. Like, there's not really any like superstars.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple, but it's like Harry Styles and The Weeknd.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And The
I would
Weeknd
say
is
the
talented
last,
as
like-
fuck, but
I would say the
You know.
last like rap superstar there was probably like Drake is really what I could think of. But like
yeah, he's probably one
Maybe
of the
like-
biggest
maybe like-
artists ever, though. To, like,
maybe
ever
like
exist.
Future or someone like that. You know what I mean? Someone who's like super popular.
Future was
But-
big for like 5 years.
He's still pretty big, man. I mean,
I mean,
he's got a
most people know him
huge
and
fan
everything.
base.
I just remember like in college, it was like he was the thing, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if kids in college are going out seeking out the new Future album, but maybe they are. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
Maybe. I never
But-
did.
Yeah. It's just
mean-
weird because I think there was a time when the mainstream people that were the biggest artists were also the most talented. And I don't think that's the case anymore. I think
I agree. Yeah.
the most talented people are people that were the most famous 10 years ago and they're still making music, or they're underground.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like everybody that won a Grammy except for Kendrick probably didn't deserve it or didn't make the best music. It's just,
Right.
but the Grammys aren't really a contest in the best music either. It's a very,
it's a popularity contest. That's
Exactly.
pretty much what it's all turned into. It's like, you
Yeah.
know, who's the most popular, who has the most clout, who dresses better, who has more followers on Instagram.
yeah, dude, that social media
That
stuff.
type of
I don't
shit.
understand if you're talking about music, what does
Yeah.
fashion have to do with it? I mean, I know that rap and fashion are intertwined, but
Yeah.
if we're just talking about music alone, I don't understand why that has to be correlated. But
Nah, I don't get it. I don't get it either. It's just, yeah, I don't
Dude.
know. I, like I said, though, I still think there's like great music out there. You know what I mean? Like I would say like someone like Mac Miller was like one of those people who were like so underrated at the time. But like obviously after he
Eric can
Right.
speak to this.
after he
Yeah.
died, he got massive amounts of popularity. But before that, he was sort of like underground. You know what I mean?
Eric's a huge Mac Miller fan. Yeah, I saw him live with Eric, actually. Eric, you were there, right? When he opened for Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah, and Schoolboy Q was there. Kendrick Lamar did make the plane. I remember.
Mm,
Never forget.
that's right. Schoolboy Q. I say Schoolboy. You
Schoolboy.
say Q. Schoolboy
Yep.
Q.
My first concert was a Mac
Yeah.
Miller concert. It was a free concert in Boston. Yeah.
Really? Oh, the free Boston concert, dude. He did that. I remember when he did
I
that.
went like somebody told me like I think Ricky Yeems was over
Yeah.
fucking or no, I think he like just like hit up on us on Facebook and was like, who wants to go to the Mac Miller concert? And we were drunk like after a night of partying. It was like 9 a.m. We're like, fuck it, let's go. Yeah.
Damn. That guy, he's an odd kid. That kid. He was nice enough. He'll never listen to this probably. And if he does, then hey, I think you're a nice kid. But he's an odd dude. He's got like most dope license plate and everything. I remember he used to have that. Like he's obsessed. Anybody that's that obsessed with anything, I don't know. Well, odd, but
yeah.
maybe that's just not my thing. But
No, yeah, I would like never get like a rapper tattoo. Something like that, you know.
yeah, it's strange.
Eric, you just got a
but
tat today, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
tell us about it.
Well, I showed
It's a
up.
rapper tattoo.
I showed up at 11:55 and I stood around till like 2 o'clock.
He gets a tattoo of Mac Miller, and we're just shitting on it for 10 minutes, and then he's like, actually, I gotta go on. Continue. Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so I got a forearm sleeve of Faces by Mac Miller, that album. So my whole left arm is all Faces.
Are you shitting me?
I don't believe
Okay.
you. If it actually was true, I would shit my pants.
No, I just got a little something.
Oh,
It
that's
was
great.
the Tiki mask from Crash Bandicoot. I got that on my back, like my shoulder blade.
He's not
That's the
joking.
actual tattoo.
That's for real.
Word.
Yeah, good time.
It's funny you mention Crash Bandicoot. I got My Lady hooked. So I got the Insane trilogy, the remastered. You know, they remastered the original 3 Crash, and I got that. And because I was trying to get Lita into games, but so that way it's not just me playing the PS5. I feel like she could like it too. But I'm trying to think of what's a simple game that's easy enough to play that doesn't have too many controls. And another thing that's cool about the Crash games is you don't have to fuck with the camera. She grew up with like games that she had when she was a kid where you didn't have to do that, like change the camera with the R3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Crash
Have you played
doesn't.
Stray?
I played Stray. Yeah.
Bitches love Stray.
And she loves cats too. I downloaded Stray for her, but she didn't like it because it was too complicated.
No, you know what bitches really love is The Sims.
The Sims, yeah.
The Sims.
Yeah, dude.
Are they still making those?
Back when you got to play God.
What's that?
Are they still making The Sims?
I think they got like Sims 4, and then that was like years ago though. I don't know if they're making another one.
The Sims,
But it's on Xbox and PlayStation and all that.
You guys ever play that back in the day?
I used to play when it was on like just the computer games. Like,
yeah, me too. I played it on PC
Yeah.
also.
I probably played like the first 2 or something.
Yeah.
You ever do like you put the guys in the pool and then you take out the ladder and they just drown in the pool?
Oh yeah, I used
Yeah.
to like walk them into the oven fire too.
You guys are fucked, man. I never did that shit.
Man. Hell yeah.
Play God, baby.
Hell
And you
yeah.
try and watch the girl shower too, but it blurs it out.
I don't like the way this guy looks. It's time to die, motherfucker. Come with me, bitch. I'm gonna burn you
Yeah.
alive.
You know?
Young Buck. Speaking of people walking other human beings into ovens, what do you think about Kanye West and the Jew thing?
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. He's an interesting guy.
That's one way to put it. Do you think he's ever going to come back from this? Do you think that he has it in him to come back?
Honestly, yeah. I don't think he could ever really be canceled.
He's too big. His music's too like prolific. He has too many
Yeah.
ties. But they did the best they could, man, and they pretty
Adidas
much
is trying to get him back, I heard.
really.
I guess because it's I don't know if that's a definite, but like I read an article yesterday that said something about like it's costing them so much money to not have him there that they're considering bringing him back.
Well, that just shows you that corporations don't actually give a fuck about anything other than money.
Yeah.
They don't actually care. They thought it was a good monetary move to get rid of him for PR reasons. And now they're losing money. They're like, we should bring him back. Like, if they could make more money by praising Hitler, they would. Like, they would. They don't care.
I mean, I've heard that Adidas is like founded by Nazis.
Yeah, it actually was. There's a lot of companies like that. Fucking Volkswagen, Adidas. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a sticky situation. I don't really have much of an opinion. It's just fucking. I love his music, but he's kind of off his rocker sometimes.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
great. I mean, oh, go ahead, Rick.
No, I was gonna say, what do you think he's doing like right now? Do you think he's just like sitting around like drinking like Henny and watching old like Jesus Walks videos, being like, man, where did the time go? You know, what do you think is going through his head right now?
He's definitely watching his own music videos.
He just has them on loop on every TV in every room.
Yeah.
He just moves from room to room.
Yeah. I'm the greatest artist of all time.
I'm the genius boy of the generation. Listen to the kids.
I'm the next Walt Disney.
What's that even mean? You're gonna make a bunch of mouse cartoons? What are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here.
He's gonna make a Kanye theme park. So he's doing.
Oh yeah, Kanye World. Yeah,
Yay World.
yeah, Yay World. So like, instead of
Gee.
Splash Mountain, it's like Jew Mountain. It's a bunch of shit. I would go to Yay World. I would get a season pass.
Goddamn right.
Hey friends. Given today's weak-ass social climate and to avoid being flagged, demonetized, and even shadow banned on everything, I sadly have to make a disclaimer. Just trying to nip it in the bud. In case you couldn't tell by the name of the podcast, Cream Pie Sundae, this is a comedy podcast. So, take anything we say as an attempt at humor. It is not to be taken seriously. No one on this podcast is pro-Hitler, pro-anti-Semitism, or even pro-Kanye West for that matter. And if Kanye started a Nazi theme park, I certainly would not get a season pass, and I certainly would not ride on Jew Mountain. These are jokes, you fucking wuss. All right, back to the show.
Yo, whatever happened to Travis Scott? I know the whole Astro World thing happened, but I feel like I have not seen his name in a long ass time.
He was on music recently. Buck.
What's that?
He was on. Travis Scott was on the new
He was on the
Metro Boomin
Metro
album.
Boomin album.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Came
done
out
like
a
some
couple months ago.
features here and there, but I think he's working on an album. Just taking him forever.
Well, even Astro World took what, like 3 years, 4 years?
Shit, something like that. Yeah.
Well, I meant like Astro World, like that incident where like that kid died in the crowd, because that was like a huge like publicity
Yeah.
blunder for him.
Yeah, the Astro World Festival. you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. Which came out, which was like 2 or 3 years after the album was that festival, right?
That situation was crazy too, man. I remember like doing like deep dive videos on YouTube, like watching all these weird fucking satanic ritual fucking YouTube videos.
You can find those, bro. Stay away from those.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was loaded with that situation.
I don't think there's any conspiracy. I think that Travis Scott shouldn't be held liable for the things that safety officers allowed to happen. I mean, he's not an engineer, he's an artist, first of all. Second of all,
Right.
I don't think that he would willingly continue to perform a show if he saw people actually dying. I don't think you can see up there. The lights are shining on you. You can't see the crowd for shit. I don't think that he was willingly continuing to perform watching people die. I don't think that would have happened. There's actually videos of him prior to that show stopping the performance when he sees like girls like being passed around or shit happening that's nefarious in the crowd. He'll stop a show. He's done it before that show. I don't believe he wanted to pack more people in, but it's not his job to monitor that. It's somebody else's job to say, no, we can't. So I don't think that he's liable for that. I think he got he got the short end of the stick on that, man. I think he got fucked over.
For sure.
That's my opinion.
You remember when we saw him, right, Josh? Like what he did with the crowd?
No, you're thinking of ASAP Rocky.
Oh, was that ASAP?
ASAP is the one that asked everyone to charge the stage.
Oh. So it was ASAP Rocky standing on the. Oh yeah, it was ASAP Rocky standing on the taxi up in the air.
Yeah, because that was
that's what it was.
testing.
And then
we're on testing.
And then we're on the other side of the arena for Travis Scott. Okay, that makes sense.
It was two different places. We saw ASAP at Mohegan Sun, and we saw Travis Scott at the Garden.
Yeah.
So I will say there are like there's like a gray area with like how you can probably kind of like incite a riot or something, or like, you know, be irresponsible with your crowd. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Travis sort of makes that kind of music where it's like, let's fucking rage and break shit type vibes.
Mosh
you know what
pit.
I mean?
Mosh pit music.
Moshing in the crowd and everything. And I was at a show here in Vegas not too long ago. I was working the show. So like Dean was doing sound and Dean from Street Cult. And he was running the mixing board and we were kind of like playing security for the mixing board. So we didn't want anybody to knock it over. And it was like one of those moshing crowds.
Right.
And the band itself was like, you know, they definitely incited some shit. Like they were like, you know,
come
they
break
were like,
this shit.
Yeah, they were like, we want to see people get knocked out type shit. Like they were saying shit like that. And sure enough, it happened. Like they were fucking moshing, and the way that these kids fucking mosh, bro, they're like throwing their elbows and fists around. So they're literally hitting people in the face.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, there's fucking blood all over the floor and they got to stop the show.
No way. I didn't know that happened
Yeah.
while you were there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That shit happens a lot at these punk rock fucking
Underground, like Fight Club, like fucking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dude, at your studio, the studio that you work at, there was that viral video. Do you want to tell Eric about that? Does he know about that?
So that wasn't at my studio. That was at a friend of ours' house.
Okay, but it was like people you know though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It was like the guys from Street Cult were over at a band playing this show at our friend's house, and there was just like this fucking wild ass band like banging on a trash can like screaming in a microphone type shit. It was just one of those weird like underground bands that just like do like this performance art type thing, and it went viral. with
Everybody
With
has
like-
seen this
with like-
video.
Dean and Zach Wilde from Street Cult. They're in the back of the video, just like chilling. Like, what the fuck is going on?
These damn white boys with cornrows and going crazy.
Dude, Eric,
Yeah.
if you saw this video, you would probably recognize it. It was a viral video from like a
You
few
probably
months ago.
definitely saw it scrolling through Facebook or something. You know.
Everybody saw it. And it was
Yeah.
like Street Cult was in the background and Buck was like, oh yeah, this shit happened like with people that we know in Vegas. He's like, this is crazy. I'm like, you know, it's funny. I messaged him back. I'm like, dude, it's funny. I've seen this video like 5 times before you even sent it to me. Like I had already seen it. And he was like,
The band
It's
themselves are like actually really cool people. Like, cause they're friends of our friends. So like, it got to the point where it got weird, where it was like, people. It got so viral that like people were shitting on them. So they didn't.
well, people turn it political.
Right. Well, they didn't want it to like, you know, turn into this negative thing, but it ended up giving them so much like promotion that it helped them in a way. But like, yeah, I don't know. It was a weird situation where it got so viral and it just wouldn't go away for a while. So it was like,
So
Huh?
when I saw the video, it said, this is what happens when you have performance artists in Portland, Maine. Or no, Portland, Oregon. It's like, it was trying to make fun of like liberal cities. And it was like these guys screaming. And I think, was
Yeah.
one guy wearing a dress?
possibly.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Something like that. And it was
Was
like
it me?
some guy-
Was I the one wearing the dress?
Yeah,
But-
I wasn't even in the video, but I was wearing a dress.
And I might have even,
When I was watching, I was definitely wearing a dress.
I might have even shown my girlfriend and been like, dude, look how fucking fucked up Portland, Oregon is, and like shown her. And then it turns out it was in Vegas, nowhere near Portland, and it was a completely different video, but they politicize everything, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just weird to see that.
Yeah,
But
man,
if
it's,
they're cool people, I respect fucking art like that, you know, in the right circumstance. If you take it out of context, it can look crazy as shit though.
Exactly. I mean, it's like if you're on like a stage and there's like hundreds of thousands of dollars of production going into it, it looks dope. But
Yeah.
if you're in somebody's backyard, you know,
Yeah,
screaming on
yeah.
the ground, then it's gonna go viral and people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Right. Yeah. So, dude, you're an avid creamer. You've been listening to all our podcasts, apparently.
Yeah, bro. I actually saved up my cream for this week.
Oh, shit.
I'm practicing semen retention. I'm gonna bust a fat ass nut after this.
That's my boy. You've learned from the master. That's great. But yeah, so what do you think of the podcast, dude? We'll take any pointers you got, man. What do you think so far?
I don't know, man. I think it's dope. I mean, it probably feels a little weird right now because, like, probably like nobody's listening. I mean, that happens when you first start something. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what makes a podcast successful. I mean, I think people probably think you guys are funny, and that could help. So,
Consistency. I think just consistency and good schedule, and don't try and be fake and eventually get a following. I mean, our followings has been increasing like every single week,
that's dope.
like substantially. So, I mean, I don't know what we're doing on YouTube. I don't want to say the numbers on here, but it was way more than I expected for just the first month and a half.
Yeah. I was talking to you, Eric, about those fucking YouTube shorts, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Sheesh. Those get so many plays compared to like long form videos.
Yeah, because I put out the promo on YouTube and that's got 70 views, and then last week's podcast actually ended up with 71 views. So yeah, it's I mean it's a lot more than all the other ones. But yeah, I mean even today I had a video come out that I shared on Instagram of me at the gym just making a stupid little video, and I woke up and I checked it and it had 1.4 thousand views. And it was online for like 3 hours. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was like, I don't use TikTok anymore. Like, I was using it for a little while, but I deleted the app because it was just, like too addictive and shit. But I noticed even with TikTok, it's like it's so easy to go viral on TikTok. I never did, but like, I got way more views on TikTok than I did on any other social media platform ever. Like, I got like 800 views on one of my TikToks. And like if I was to post the same thing on Instagram, I'd get like 100. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think like these short form videos is definitely the future. And I think like, I don't know. I've been reading some stuff. I think like YouTube's going to end up taking over TikTok anyway.
Just move them into the shorts.
Oh, they're gonna
'Cause,
like buy like the American version of it.
Well, I don't know if they're going to buy them out or anything. I just think they're going to take over because like, I think people are going to realize that TikTok isn't worth it after a while because YouTube's going to start letting people monetize off the shorts.
Well, here's the thing: Instagram tried to take over TikTok already with the Reels, and it didn't work. Right?
Are you talking about the shorts? What are the reels?
Reels
I
on
don't even-
Instagram is like Instagram's version of TikTok. Have you ever seen
right,
Reels?
right. Yeah,
Yeah, because when TikTok came out, it became so successful. Like Instagram tried to duplicate that with Reels, but I feel like that didn't really draw people away from TikTok as much. So if YouTube tries the
No.
same thing,
Right.
I don't
but
know.
The difference is YouTube's gonna let creators monetize off the shorts.
right
So,
where they
like-
can't now on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, they're not monetizing off any of that. So
Got it.
so all those people who are going TikTok viral are gonna be like, why don't I just bring this over to YouTube?
YouTube
Yeah.
is a lot more like well-greased machine than anything else right now. Because like even
sure.
like Vine at one point was like giving YouTube a run for its money because like those were just short videos that if you're sitting there scrolling through your phone for an hour, you're gonna watch hundreds of videos. You're like, yes, no. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, but I think YouTube's gonna stand alone, or even like 5-10 years down the road, it's still gonna be around and probably way bigger than it is now.
It's not going
YouTube
anywhere. Dude.
started before everything too, didn't it? Like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
around the MySpace days.
Well, YouTube, that was before it got bought by Google.
Yeah.
So YouTube was its own thing and it got bought by Google. But
Yeah.
they used to be separate.
Dude, do you remember like any of the videos that used to be on like the old ass YouTube, like 05
Yeah.
and shit?
They were garbage.
Dude, it was a very different website back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like
What do you mean, like the Pain Olympics? What are you talking about? Like crazy
It'd just be
videos?
like stupid shit, like my cat running through the hall or something.
oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, like
like
not
just be
produced
like-
at all, just bad, like dumb
Yeah.
content. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's before like phones and shit, where people could film stuff with quality.
I remember. I don't know what year this was. It was when we were in high school, but the Unforgiven guy is like I don't know, some dude like talking shit about bitches. He'd just be like, fucking, I told a bitch make me a sandwich.
unforgivable.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
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 That was like the first viral YouTube shit I think I ever seen.
The first one I saw, I think, was My New Haircut. You ever see that guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eric, you ever see that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. My New Haircut. Me and my friends, we all have the same fucking haircut.
Well, the cool thing with YouTube is like they've changed because I remember back in the day, like you could actually send messages to people and like it was like a page like MySpace. You could leave comments on people's YouTube channels. You can't do that anymore other than comment on videos and stuff. But for the most
Damn.
part, all of like the changes to YouTube have happened because people started gaming and they record it. People started doing vlogs every single day of their life. Like YouTube is really shaped by the people on YouTube, which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? That's like, I feel like vlogs definitely like ended reality TV too.
Yeah.
Like reality TV was popping and then like the vlog era came on YouTube and it was just like
Old
people
news.
recording themselves fucking. Like
Yeah.
I remember the old Wiz Khalifa vlogs with him just like riding around town smoking weed on tour
Yeah.
and shit.
I remember those too, yeah. Well,
Shit was
dude,
dope.
and then that's the difference is that's actually reality versus reality TV is fake as fuck, and people realize
Exactly.
that now.
Yeah.
Like they pretend it's real, but it's not. It's all scripts, dude. There's a person that works for my company that I work for now that was a writer for the show Property Brothers. You know that show Property Brothers?
I've heard of it.
It's two twin brothers that do house renovations. It's on
Oh, okay.
whatever that network is. What the fuck?
Like HGTV.
Yes. Bingo, yeah. And they're two twin brothers. They flip houses. And she was a writer. The person that works for my company was a writer for that show. But if it's a reality TV show, why do you need a writer? But she told me that it's all fake. Like even that show is all staged. Like they will pretend there's mold in a house and there won't be. Or they'll have the Property Brothers pretend to buy a house and pretend to fix it. Like the whole thing is completely fake.
It's the worst, bro. I was watching like this bounty hunter shit on YouTube recently.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was watching it like religiously. Like every night I just like watched those videos before I went to bed. And I just fucking researched it the other day. It turns out it's all staged.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Fuck, bro. Like I just wasted so much of my time thinking this was real.
Is it just like a bounty hunter on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. It's just like I don't know if you ever seen that.
I'm just picturing like him like jumping over cars and shit, going crazy, and then Buck's like, dude, this guy is so athletic. Like I can't. And then he's like, wait, that's not real? What the fuck?
No, it's like the dude from like I don't know what show that is, like North County Bounty or some shit. I don't know. There's one of those like
That rhymes.
yeah, it's one of those fucking shows that was like on network TV, and then they lost the show and he just moved it to YouTube. But yeah, dude, that's the worst when you find that shit out.
Did you guys ever see Steven Seagal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do you remember he had a show called Steven
my dad.
Seagal? That's your dad?
Papa?
Yeah, Steven Seagal had a show called Steven Seagal Lawman, where he became a cop. And it was supposed to be a reality show. And he was like, I got a feeling we're going to have to pull some people over today. It was like him and his cruiser, like pulling people over and like questioning them. And he kept saying, Lord have mercy. I'm like, what is this guy? Like a middle-aged black woman? Like, where's he getting this script? But he kept saying like, you know how fast you're going today? And there's a guy that was going like 7 over, and he's like, holy shit, you're Steven Seagal. Guy's like, holy shit, you're Steven Seagal. And he's like, yeah, I'm a cop now. Answer the question. Do you know how fast you were going? And the guy's like, I don't know. You're going 7 over. Lord have mercy. And it's like, Steven Seagal, lawman. We'll be right back after these messages. But it was like a real fucking show. It's crazy.
Well, he's a real fucking badass. I think that's what it is.
I don't know about
It's too believable.
I wouldn't want to get pulled over by him.
Is he gonna nunchuck your ass?
He beat my ass in the middle of the fucking traffic. He'd drag me out in the middle of a giant 4-way intersection, just beat the shit out of me. But he'd get out of breath doing it.
I just got Rodney Kinged by Steven Seagal. All right. Well, boys, we're coming up on like an hour here. This is a long pod. I don't want to go too long, and I want to keep the format and everything, unless you guys want to keep going. What do you think? I mean, it's up to you guys.
I can go a little longer, or it's up to you guys. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, once we lose momentum, we can kind of call it.
Okay. Well, I feel like I'm going to kill it, though. Kill the momentum in general, because I got to piss like a racehorse.
You just killed it.
Fucking kill it, man. Fucking, let's
You know what?
get the plan B. Let's go.
You guys keep talking. I'll keep the headphones in, and I'll hear you talk, but nobody else will hear me because I'll be away from the mic. But you guys can continue to converse for 2 minutes while I piss. How's that?
Potty break, Matt.
All right, let's do it.
Party break. You guys can continue, though. You guys keep
All right,
talking.
get the fuck out of here, Josh.
All right, I'm going. All right.
Jesus. God.
Fuck, I hope he doesn't come back.
I know. I'm hoping that we just kind of discover that he slipped on the toilet and banged his head off the sink.
Shit, man.
It's a 9-hour podcast. He finally comes to when Lita finds him butt ass naked in the bathroom. What a piece of shit. I bet he can't even hear us right now.
I'm taking over the pod, boy.
But the thing is like he's on. I wonder if like his voice picks up on the thing right now, or if it's just us.
I can hear you pissing, bro.
But we can't hear his microphone in the podcast, so he's like a ghost. He's like a goddamn ghost, and we don't give a shit.
He just lets out a loud ass fart.
He's in there trying to push one out. He's lying. I can hear the plops.
Eric, we're not gonna pass by this moment without talking about it. You remember the time we got sushi or Chinese food or some shit with Josh, and we went outside after we were done eating, and you fucking let one rip, and there was some fucking random guy right behind you.
Yeah, I recall.
He was like, nice. That might have been the funniest moment of my life.
I'm glad I could do it for you.
I've never laughed that hard.
I'm back in black. I could hear the whole
Jo-
conversation, but
Josh is back on the mic. We could hear him the whole time, but the microphone didn't pick it up.
Yeah. Dude,
That'll
that time you
that'll
beefed on
neat.
the time you beefed on that homeless guy outside the Chinese restaurant, that was hilarious.
Here's a little cheddar.
That was wild.
That'd be a good superhero for 2023. Just go around farting on homeless people. Be like, oh yeah, here, I got something for you. And then you just like turn around, just
Dude, me and Dean were walking to our car here in Vegas one night, and we're just like minding our own fucking business. It's dark out, it's nighttime, and we're leaving the studio. And we're walking to our car, and next thing when you know, we hear like some bushes or some tree rattling. We look up, there's a fucking homeless dude in the tree just rattling around. Right above us, staring at us, man.
Like he climbed the tree.
Like he was up in that bitch and he was just rustling the branches.
Oh my god.
We were like, oh man, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
he's like Eric Andre at the White House, just shaking it. Let me in.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. Like a squirrel. He's just like, what's he gonna jump on you? Like that's terrifying, man.
Yeah, dude.
My god.
Yeah. That kind of shit happens out here.
Yeah. I was telling Eric, like the craziest homeless guy in Long Beach was the guy next to my gym that always pulled his pants off and would shake the stop sign and scream. You know, he's like, it was fucking crazy. There's some
Dude, there's a dude out here who I always pass him at like the same spot every day when I come home from work, and he's always got his pants down. You can see his fucking ass crack.
Oof.
It's like, god damn, bro, like he's butt ass naked out here. Fucking people just passing him. Like kids gotta see that and shit.
Ugh. At least his butt crack and not like nuts.
I mean, if he turned around, you'd probably catch his nuts.
He's out there just flashing everybody.
Got a big shirt on, but you know, you can see everything.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yikes.
Yeah, dude, I like the album. I'm excited for when what's the release date?
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's gonna drop next Friday. So this will already be out a couple days after it drops.
Oh,
It'll be
okay.
Friday the 24th.
Oh, word. Okay, so this episode will drop on the 26th.
I'm excited about it. It's different. You know, I mean, I kind of think of myself as like a genreless artist, but it's definitely something I've never really tried before. We got fucking Duncan, Spacewalk Jones from Street Cult. He's doing live drums.
Yeah.
Everything's live instruments.
That's sick,
crazy.
dude.
That's pretty dope.
That's sick.
Yeah.
You could tell. You could tell it's so much like more real sounding.
Yeah.
Well, it was weird. I was playing it for Emily, and I was like, not to sound like weird, but it almost sounds like analog. Like it sounds like it's not just like sitting
Yep.
at a computer, you know?
Right.
Which is cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, man. Fucking Justin's like a wizard with guitar and bass. We got live drums on this shit. It's the first time I've ever had live drums. Shit is crazy.
That Spacewalk guy is talented.
He's so
man.
talented. Yeah, dude. He's crazy. He's crazy with it. It took him like 2 takes. He listened to each song once in his headphones and was like, okay, I know what to do. And he just knocked that out in like 2 takes. Crazy. So yes, shout out Spacewalk Jones. Shout out the guys from Street Cult. Shout out Justin Plowski. He's the producer.
J Plow.
Yes, sir.
Love that guy.
Juan Baez is on track 1.
He's the man too. I like that
Yeah,
guy
man.
too. Yeah. I like
Good
all
guy.
those guys. It's a good group of dudes, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't think we're going to make it to the 69-minute mark, so.
You want it to be 69 minutes exactly? Well, we're all gonna have
See-
different times because we start recording at different times. But
Yeah, I just hit 68 on mine, so.
We're going to have
Yeah.
to sit in silence until 69. I'm sorry.
69, we win. I could always just cut it off at 69 and have like one long blank minute at the end too. I mean,
Yeah.
I could just make it 69 minutes.
Call it, J-Man.
Well, folks, thank you to our guest that joined us. Thanks for hanging in there with us for another creamy episode of CPS. This was a special one. So thank you to my co-host. Thank you to my friend. Novo Heights catches new EP coming out this Friday. By the time this comes out, it'll be last Friday, but the 24th. What's the name of the EP, by the way?
Burnout on Ben Street.
That's right.
Go get it.
On all platforms, everything, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Catch it on all the platforms. And you heard it here first, wherever the fuck it was. And we will see you in a week. Keep it creamy, everybody. Signing
Go
off.
listen to my shit, losers.
Yeah, you fucking cucks.
Keep it creamy.
Keep it creamy.
All right.
Peace.